We're joined by the Murray State new football coach, Dean Hood. December 13th, named the 19 head coach at Murray State, an assistant under Mark Stoops at Kentucky. But at Eastern Kentucky, that's where I know Dean Hood from. 2 OVC titles, 2008 OVC Coach of the Year, had the itch to be a head coach again. From the Belt Bowl to Murray State, what a journey it's been. Tell me about what got you interested in this job, Coach.
Well, first of all, just, Kevin Saul, was a big part of it. I didn't really know Kevin that well at Kentucky, even though we were out there at the same time. He was more tied into baseball and some other things. And but that connection, was the got you in the door. And then the more I learned about him and the more that I saw where he had vision for where he wanted to take this program, and knowing his history, being there with Mitch Barnhart and taking a school that was, mainly basketball was the big thing, and making football, more than relevant, with winning 10 games, a year ago and winning the Citrus Bowl against Penn State, and just seeing how Kevin had that same fire and passion and wanted to do the same thing at Murray. That's what really got me interested. Plus, 4 years out, if you'd asked me after, year one when I was at Charlotte, do you want to be a head coach again? I might punch you right in the face. And year two, first year under Coach Stoops, if you'd asked me, I'd be like, you're crazy. And then, year three, I started to get the itch. I started to think, I really think I'd like to be a head coach again. It's hard to get a head coaching job in this business, and I'm not getting any younger. It's a young man's game, and I thought, hey, I might have one more good one in me, and talked to the bride and went for it.
Well, you've met your team, I'm sure, by now. Give me your early impressions of the team that you've met so far.
I tell you what I really like about our guys is they were instantly bought in, which usually it takes a long time to build that trust and to get some buy-in with some of the things that you're saying that you're planning on doing. But I've been really, really pleased with our guys. They got a look in their eye. They're sitting up straight. Everything that we've asked them to do from the very first day, they've tried to do it. When you go in that weight room, with John Michael Clay and our guys, there's a lot of energy and a lot of guys working and trying to get better.
Tell me about, I know you can't release details on the staff, but is it coming together, your staff?
Yeah, it is. We've got everybody hired. We don't have everybody here. Some guys working out some details. Got one coach that had a baby, 4 or 5 days ago, and he's en route, leaving his bride and his first child of only about 4 or 5 days old. So got them all hired. Don't have them all, sitting at their desk just yet.
I know you have a lot of connections, but because of your situation with Kentucky, you're in the Belt Bowl, then you come here and you're right in the middle of recruiting season. So how's that going? Are you set for signing day?
No, we're making hay. I'd love to say that I'm a good enough man that if I was presented with the same opportunity again, I'd do it the same way.
Sure.
But it was very, very difficult to do both. I couldn't see myself going to Coach Stoops' office and saying, hey, Coach, thanks for everything. I'm out of here.
Sure.
I'm forever indebted to Coach Stoops, what he did for me, my family, how he's run that program is just incredible. And I couldn't bring myself to go in there and say, Coach, thanks, I'm out of here. I said, Coach, I'll work the bowl. Everything will be fine. Don't worry about special teams. And but it was very, very difficult because Murray was definitely on my mind, but I wanted to finish well at Kentucky, so it was tough trying to get a staff together, trying to, find out about our current players, so you knew what direction to go in recruiting. Trying to do recruiting, the office switch from upstairs to downstairs, right, and trying to put up new graphics and say who's going to go in this office, and I don't even have a guy hired to go in that office. Right. So it was purely madness, but. The guys got in here, the game was on the first. Second, we drove here on the third. We've been holed up in a room with the TV and watching videotape, and a lot of it is, connections and relationships of where guys were, rather than a regional area, which I would like to be our footprint of sure, close to campus to 5 hours out. We're more on kids that they were aware of, came to a camp, or they're already recruiting or something. So we're a little more prospect-driven than area-driven. But we're starting to shape up a decent class.
And I had some fun with Greg. I said, I think the selling point with the coach, we have an elevator to the press box, something they don't have at Kidd Stadium. But a great view once you get there.
Yeah.
But that might have been a selling point. I'm not sure, Coach.
Well, I'm not going to be in the press box unless something crazy happens. So it might be for the assistants, if they're out of shape or something.
Well, I know you're excited. We're excited to have you and can't wait to signing day and meet your new staff. But that schedule, it is a brutal schedule. 2 bowl division bowl teams on the schedule.
Yeah, no question. And, Tarleton State is a team that they beat an FCS team pretty handily, if I remember correctly, last year. I'm not sure. I think it was maybe Southern Illinois or somebody, a good FCS team that Tarleton, beat. So, it's and then you got the OVC schedule. So there's no question that it's a challenge.
Dean, I am so excited. Can't wait. Coach Hood,
yep,
nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is Racer football coach Dean Hood.